Throughout history, a handful of generals have shaped the fate of nations and the course of civilization. Their genius lay not just in the art of war, but in understanding power and ambition. Today, we count down the 10 greatest military leaders of all time, exploring their achievements, strategies, and legacies. From the deserts of Arabia to the frozen steppes of Russia, we follow in the footsteps of giants. This is a journey through humanity's most defining conflicts. Prepare to meet the masters of war. In 10th place is Douglas MacArthur. Douglas MacArthur's career spanned 2 world wars and the Korean conflict. In the Pacific, his island-hopping strategy bypassed strongholds and hastened Japan's defeat. At Incheon, he executed a bold amphibious landing, turning the tide in Korea. MacArthur's vision shaped post-war Japan and American military doctrine. Though controversial, his impact on modern warfare is undeniable. MacArthur stands as a towering, complex figure among great commanders. In 9th place is Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, led the Africa Corps with daring and innovation. His mastery of mobile warfare and surprise attacks baffled his opponents. Rommel's leadership from the front inspired his troops and earned respect from enemies. His tactics in North Africa remain a model for operational command. Though ultimately defeated, his reputation for chivalry endures. Rommel is remembered as one of history's most gifted field commanders. In 8th place is Georgy Zhukov. Georgy Zhukov was the Soviet Union's greatest commander in World War II. He masterminded the defense of Moscow and the encirclement at Stalingrad. Zhukov's coordination of massive operations turned the tide against Nazi Germany. He led the final assault on Berlin, ending the war in Europe. Zhukov's strategic vision and resolve were vital to Allied victory. He is celebrated as the Marshal of Victory. In 7th place is Saladin. Saladin united Egypt and Syria, then set out to reclaim the Holy Land from the Crusaders. At Hattin, he lured the Crusader army into exhaustion before crushing them. His capture of Jerusalem was marked by mercy, earning respect from friend and foe. Saladin's leadership restored Muslim power in the region. He is remembered for both his military skill and his chivalry. Saladin's legacy bridges East and West. In 6th place is Khalid ibn al-Walid. Khalid ibn al-Walid, the Sword of Allah, was undefeated in over 100 battles. His aggressive tactics and mastery of cavalry overwhelmed both Byzantine and Sasanian foes. At Yarmouk, he used mobile reserves and rapid maneuvers to rout a larger enemy. Khalid's leadership was crucial to the early Islamic conquests. His campaigns reshaped the Middle East and spread a new faith. Khalid remains a model of battlefield brilliance. In 5th place is Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar's conquest of Gaul showcased his mastery of siege warfare, logistics, and political cunning. At Alesia, he built double fortifications to defeat a massive relief force. After Gaul, Caesar crossed the Rubicon, igniting civil war. His victories against Pompey, often outnumbered, revealed his daring and leadership. Caesar's campaigns expanded Rome and paved the way for the empire. His legacy as a general and leader remains legendary. In 4th place is Hannibal Barca. Hannibal Barca, Carthage's greatest general, became Rome's nightmare during the Punic Wars. He famously led his army and elephants across the Alps into Italy. At Cannae, he executed a double envelopment, annihilating a much larger Roman force. For over a decade, Hannibal roamed Italy, undefeated in open battle. Though he never captured Rome, his tactics are still studied today. Hannibal's name endures as a byword for military brilliance. In 3rd place is Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte emerged from the French Revolution to become Europe's master strategist. He reorganized armies into flexible corps, enabling rapid, decisive maneuvers. At Austerlitz, he outwitted a superior force, cementing his reputation for tactical brilliance. Napoleon's use of mobile artillery and innovative tactics changed warfare forever. Though ultimately defeated, his influence on military organization and strategy endures. Napoleon remains a symbol of ambition and genius on the battlefield. In 1st place is Alexander the Great. Our journey begins with Alexander the Great, whose name is synonymous with conquest. At just 20, he inherited Macedon and set out to conquer the Persian Empire. In a decade, he led his army from Greece to India, undefeated in battle. Alexander's tactics, like the phalanx and cavalry hammer and anvil, crushed larger foes at Issus and Gaugamela. He founded cities, spread Hellenistic culture, and built one of history's largest empires. Though his life was brief, his military legacy remains unmatched. These 10 generals shaped nations, forged empires, and changed history's course. Their strategies are still studied, their legacies debated. They remind us that history is often shaped by the will of extraordinary individuals. The echoes of their commands still resonate in today's world. Who do you think deserves a place on this list? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more epic history. In second place is Genghis Khan. From the Mongolian steppes rose Genghis Khan, who united warring tribes into a single, unstoppable force. His armies, masters of speed and mounted archery, revolutionized warfare. Genghis Khan's use of feigned retreats, encirclements, and psychological tactics terrified enemies into surrender. He established the Yam communication network, enabling rapid command across his vast empire. By his death, his domain stretched from the Pacific to the Caspian Sea. Genghis Khan's vision and strategy forged the largest contiguous empire in history.